Good morning. Karen, trying to figure out where the trail goes. We came from over there and we think the trail's right there, but we're gonna have to find a safe place to cross this. Maybe upstream. This is Kennedy Creek. We've spent about an hour here walking upstream and then downstream, really trying to find the safest point to cross. But this water, it's not deep and not too dangerous, but it's rushing. There really weren't any gaps that you could jump across. So what we ended up doing was we found a couple logs that had water flowing over them, but it was just near the surface enough where we could walk across them super carefully. And slowly focused, and we did it. We made our way across, but man, that was a lot of work and very technical. At the end, we ended up coming up this big log here, but I mean, the video definitely isn't doing justice to what this area really is like. That was wild. Just want to say a little bit more about Kennedy Creek. While it was definitely a challenge and difficult to cross, the risk really wasn't too high. If you slipped into the water, it would probably be waist high at most, and you weren't going to get swept away. It wasn't steep or rushing quite that strong. So I just want to ease any worries. Like, the worst thing that could have happened to us if we slipped off of the slippery log as we were trying to cross is that we would just get really wet, but we would have been fine. So again, don't let things like somebody saying that it was difficult, like me, or just comments that you read, stop you from getting out there and just seeing it for yourself and trying, and just assess the risk. The risk was not too high, so worth trying it. Thank you, bridge. There's the water. This is the lunch spot just across from the wacky bridge. We've got a few things laying out to dry, like my raincoat and socks. Those are still kind of wet from a couple days ago when we got all the rain. Gonna have lunch on this log, and then over there we've got the tent laying out to dry because last night we got a ton of condensation up on that hilltop. Alright, that might have looked like a nice spot for lunch, but the flies or maddening. They would bite you and they would swarm, and not dramatically swarm, but they would land on you a bunch at a time and start biting you. So we had to like walk in circles, because if you're walking, you're good, but as soon as you stand still, they would land on you and start biting. So we took our bag of water. We're gonna fill our bottles somewhere else once we get away from the flies. I broke my trekking pole going across that snow. Damn. So there's a bird that sounds like the whistle on a backpack. Hear it? Not that. And the first time we heard it, we went into like the mode of like, oh man, do we have to rescue somebody right now? So it sounds like somebody blowing the whistle on their backpack asking for help, but it's just a bird. Here's a demonstration. Do you mind? There.